Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm here to do another page spread in the altered book. We're still on the spring pages, but we've only got a couple left now. So this is what I've just done off screen. This is the belly band with the fold out writing spot. As you can see, there wasn't really much to show you on this one. I just used the lovely digital from the journal boat and added some butterflies and spring in the garden quote. And of course, if you remember our bird and window from the week before. So yeah, I'm really loving how it's looking. It's looking so fresh and soft, which is just what I wanted. And of course now I suppose we're getting into more of the pinks and things, the colours that we associate with spring. But for today's page, I want to do a first for me in this book, which is I want to cut this page in half, and those are going to be then their individual pages, I suppose, which then we can collage. And I want to do something with making some kind of like file folder type pocket. Now there are lots of the ways that you could do this. I am not going to have the book pages as pockets. If I was going to, then I would cut the pages and then glue them into, you know, side or top loading pockets. Now, for stability, because this is the first time I'm doing it, I'm actually going to glue these two pieces together. These are going to be the pages, and then I'm going to attach pockets to them instead. That's how I'm going to do it, but you know, you do you, and you do it how you like. So I'm going to start by gluing these pages together. So I'm just going to do what we do and run some glue down the centre, like so, and then we can just go ahead and run some glue all the way around. Oh, it's gone gloopy in the heat. There we are. And the only reason I'm doing this is just because then I don't have to cut twice. I only have to cut once because I do not do straight lines. So it's already going to be a little bit of a mission. Not really a mission, but you know what I mean. It's going to be a task to cut it initially. So I'm just simply gluing those pieces together. And then we're going to cut them to make our pages. As I say, if you were going to have these actually be pockets, which you could do, there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel comfortable with that, then you wouldn't glue, you'd obviously keep them open, but anyway. Right, so I think I just want to, now here's where I had a question. Part of me wants to make these pages a little bit smaller than the rest of the book. Part of me thinks, would that be fun? And I think it would. So I'm actually going to grab my ruler. All about experimenting in this book, aren't we? And I'm just going to grab those two sheets I've just glued. And before I can change my mind, I'm going to rip that off just to the edge of the book page. So now when we have our little pages, yeah, they're smaller, so I thought that might be a little bit interesting. I've not done that in this book yet, so that's that. Right, now, as far as I'm aware, I can just go for middle-ish. So I'm going to follow the line of text. If you want to be particularly neat about it, you might want to, you know, draw a line and follow that. And I'm just going to grab my little scissors so I can cut, you know, up to the spine. Okay, just seeing if I can go a little bit further. I don't want to go so far that I damage anything, but I want those pages to be able to move freely, which I think they can. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that's what we've got. So now we've got our two flippy pockets, so you can have them like this, like this, like this, like this. Love it. Way too entertaining that is. So that's the first step. So I need to ink around everything now that I've decided that, you know, these are going to be smaller. So I want to, I've just been going around with my inking. So I'll do that. And then, as I say, I'm thinking to add some pockets to these and have little collages on them. So, you know, I want like a pocket and a collage and a pocket and a collage, something like that. I'll have a think about it too. Okay, I'll hit pause. I'll be right back. Okay, all linked up and ready. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. Now, I probably should have mentioned before, and I think I did, but I'm not sure if I did. I didn't go right into the spine, and I don't know if that's the right thing. Obviously, I've never done this before, but I think that's a good thing. And because the two pages are glued together, it's given them some strength so that, you know, when turning the pages and stuff, it doesn't feel weak or anything. So that's just something that I've sort of found, I suppose. All right, so I think what I want to start with is making the pockets to go on here. Now there's lots of ways that you could do this. I'm going to try and use this book page. I can't remember what book it comes from. Oh goodness, I cannot remember, I'm sorry. I think it might be Janet Marsh's Nature Diary or something like that. But I've had it for a while, and it's this really beautiful cream paper, and obviously her illustrations are gorgeous. So this is exactly the colours that I want to go for. Now I'm thinking if I have this part folded up, and this section would say be my little file folder, I could then, you know, have this be the pocket and have a little tab in it. That's kind of the thing that I'm thinking to do. But obviously, having never done this, I don't really know if it will work. So I think the first thing that I want to do is find where I want my file folder to start. So I'm going to focus on the purple flowers first. So, right, I'm going to do the width first. So I'm not taking it right into the crease because I want there to be some space to turn the page nicely. And I'm going to want a pencil. Thinking about there, if I cut it as wide as I think I'll need, and then I'll take it from there, won't I? And then same as, now this is where, this line here is where I want to fold, not cut. So I'm going to fold it first and along that line. Because the pockets should be more or less the same, hopefully. Okay, I think that will be almost right. It's not exact, but it will do. So let me just rub out that pencil marking that I don't need anymore. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab my trimmer, and I'm just going to cut along just inside that line. Okay, so this is what I've got. Essentially, I folded up book page, isn't it? Yeah, and then I'm just going to cut off this top piece because I don't need that anymore. Now I am completely making this up. This is not something that I've seen anyone do. I'm sure it has been done, but I've not seen it myself. So I'm just kind of going with what I think I want to do, and hopefully it will serve as some inspiration. Okay, so that's what we've got. So size-wise, I think we're pretty good. Okay, right. So I'm going to turn the page, and my other pocket is for here. So this one's coming in a bit, like the smallest amount. So I'm just going to cut that edge off. So there we go. I've got my two pockets from one book page. And then I think I am going to take it in a bit more because, as I say, I don't want it to be right in my spine, do I? So if I take it over here, yeah. Doesn't look particularly straight though, so I'm going to try that again, just neaten it up a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. As I say, I'm just keeping out of this little bit. Hopefully you can see okay. And then yeah, we want height, don't we, as well? So I'm just gonna get my pencil again. And I think I want to go about there. So let me just cut those down. Now at this point, I don't know whether my book page will be too heavy for the book. It's not going to have much in it, it's just going to be a small card, not decorated, just a plain card, you know, for making your notes about nature and stuff. But I just need to check, is the two, you know, folded over pieces of this paper, which is quite heavy in itself, lighter than cardstock but heavier than you know, normal book page. I just want to sort of feel. No, I think that feels okay. As I say, it's only going to have a small card in it. So yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. Right. Sorry, I'm just, cogs are wearing as I try and figure out what I want to do. I'm just going to take a little bit of height off of this one, just to give it a little bit more space, and then I'll be done with the cutter. That's it. Okay, right, so now I want to get my file folder tabs in. So this is the first one. So all I'm going to do is decide where I want the tab to be, and I think I want it on the left hand side. So I'm just going to draw with my shaky hands a line like that. So essentially we're just making a curved line and then almost relatively straight across. I'll probably have to tidy that up a bit. And then on the other side, I think I'll have the tab on the right hand side. So if I just sort of put them together like that. So I want to come along here and then up like that. Something like that. Essentially you just draw a fake tab shape, I guess. Okay. And then I only want to cut the first piece, this top piece. So I'm just gonna come in here. If you didn't want to draw it by hand, you could just trace around a file folder if you've got one. But this, you know, works just fine. I just thought this would be interesting for a field notes journal, you know, the whole scientific-y file folders, you know, you're making your notes about the nature that you're seeing and stuff. Okay, and then I want to round this corner and this corner. That's it. I think I'm actually going to round that whole back piece as well here, otherwise it was sticking out funny. That's it. So rounded that corner, and I'm just trying to decide whether to round anything on this side as well. I just rounded the other corners, I just felt like it finished it off a bit. And then I want to cover that upside down text. So for that I'm just going to use washi because it's light. I don't want anything, like I don't want to add excess weight to this piece. So I'm just going to try and follow the edge. You're only going to see it where that tab is. Okay. And it will also add a little bit of strength, just a tad, for when we're, you know, taking things in and out of our little pocket. Now, I did go a little bit lower on that one, but I don't think it matters. I'll just ink it up a bit more. And then same again. I really need to get some neutral washies that are like a, you know, scripty or like brown washies. That's what I would have liked to have used, I think. But this is what I've got, so using what I've got. But yeah, that looks all right, and we can see the little butterflies. Cute. All right, let me just, that's going to bug me. Might just cut that top bit off because it will annoy me. Occasionally the perfectionist wants to come out to play, very occasionally. That's it. Yeah, much better. Okay, do that, and one last ink. Okay, so that is my little file folders. I think they're super cute. Okay, and then we just want to run some glue just to close them up. So I'm just going to run some glue along one side and the other. You could have had these be like flip down writing spots, which I also did consider, but in the end I just decided to go for this. I'm just making sure to glue up the shortest side, otherwise I'll have glue poking out in weird places. There we go. But yeah, I hope you like the idea of these little file folders. Really nice for a botanical nature theme. Always love having a file folder pocket. Okay, that is those. So they can be glued just straight down onto the book pages. So the purple one is our first. So I think I'm just going to get it glued. I want to add some labels to the front, but it's not going to take much decorating on these. And I'm just going to glue this the whole way down. I don't want this to be a pocket, you know, a pocket within a pocket, because I just don't want to put excess weight on these pages. Especially as we've cut them down in size as well. I think that would be too much. Love it. Okay, and then normally I would have a pocket on the bottom, but I don't want to make this one super heavy and this one super light, so I'm gonna put this one on this page. Yeah, nice. And again, just glue it the whole way down. I'm glad I decided to go for the book page. I did want to use cardstock, but that would have made it heavier, and I really like the colours, these colours of this book page for, you know, the colours that we've been doing in the spring months. It just works so well. Nice and soft. That's what I kept saying, isn't it? I've been enjoying all of the soft colours. Oops. Just be careful when you're gluing, because you don't want to... There we go. Yeah, nice. So now what I want to do, obviously at some point I'm going to have just little labels on these, but you know, that can come whenever. Okay, so let me just bring this in. Sorry if I'm off screen. I am really trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be, because I keep moving the camera because it keeps falling down where, I don't know, it's got too much weight on it or something. Okay, so that is my little file folder pockets. So they'll just have a little card poking out or a little tag or something. And the next thing that I want to do is, my idea for this page, these pages really, is this is your little place where you're going to keep notes about what it is that you've seen. And what I was thinking was, on the top here, I could have a little collage which could be related to what it is that you've seen in nature. That is the thought behind what I'm doing. So I have pulled together some papers that I might want to use in collage, and I've also pulled out some images that I thought might go with the file folders, and I kind of want to just decide, you know, which of these I want to use. So we've got, you know, bee and some dog rose, we've got some ducks. We've got some bunnies being the spring. I do quite like the bunnies. I've got this little bird in the trees, which I do quite like, and I've got these birds. Again, I'm going with the soft colours. It's a different artist, a different book, but it's still the soft colours. And then I just want to see what would go with this one as well. Sorry, decisions. Decisions. All right, decision made. I'm going with these birds and the bunnies. Really, any of them would have worked, let's be honest, but you know. Right, so let's start with the bunnies. So I want them about there, I think, and equally I could even use butterflies, so I'll think about that for the next page. I'm definitely sure about the butterflies for here. Now, I would like to use some of these scraps. So I'm going to do essentially just a little bit of a collage. And if I can keep some of this book text in, or add some book text, or do something with book text, then I will be happy. Equally, I might even add, you know, some other book text in. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of a collage. And for those of you who watch my channel, you know that collage isn't really, I'm not completely used to it yet, so I might be a while. But I'm just going to enjoy myself and see what happens. That's what I'm doing. And I will try not to go quiet as I concentrate. I could bring in some of this brown, I think. Because I've been using the browns in the spring just to, yeah, ground things a little bit. You know, amongst all the colours and things. And then I'm thinking, I'm just sort of looking to what is over there. And I suppose this is where we could bring in some labels and things, maybe. Or something. So yeah, I'm just going to go for a little while, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So if I find that, you know, the video is too long, then, you know, I'll do the other page off of screen, because, you know. I keep forgetting that I've got these that I got in from Crossfire recently. That might be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting text. So let's use that. And then I definitely want to add something else, because again, I've got some words that I want to cover up. Bring this down a bit. And then maybe I could just put in some different text, because I still want to see book page. I really like how the book page is looking with stuff. So yeah, maybe just something as simple as that. And then, you know, if we want to add butterflies or something, then I could have a butterfly up there. yeah, let's just, I think sometimes it's just easier just to get going, isn't it? So I'm going to ink the bunnies because I want them to, you know, stand out as my focal point. And I will also ink around this faux vintage ephemera. So I got these in a recent haul from Crossfire, and yeah, I really like them. Just ink that. So yeah, I'm not inking around everything, I'm just inking where I want things to stand out a bit. Okay. And I'm just going to use the art glitter glue because these are just small scraps, and I think this will be fine. Okay, so we had that one sort of about here-ish, didn't we? Yeah. As I say, normally you could just keep that, keep the book text from the, you know, original book, but it's just one of those things, is every time I look to see what the book is about, I'm reminded of, you know, what I'm trying to cover up and stuff, and I just think, oh yeah, it's a shame really, but it is what it is. Actually, I'm just gonna, oh, that's stuck. I'm using the art glitter glue, it's stuck. There we go. Okay. I do enjoy collage. I think sometimes I struggle with remembering what supplies I've actually got. So, you know, I got out another tub. What I should do, actually, is I'm starting to think I should have like a, I don't know, just a collage box of just all things that you like to use in collage, and then I can just grab that box when I'm doing some, and, you know, then it will just be all the things that I like to use in one place. So I like to use, like, say, frames and labels, and clearly these pieces now, this faux vintage ephemera. So yeah, I'm thinking I might do that. I think that'll be easier, and then I can literally just grab the collage box or folder or whatever, and then, you know, when I sit down to do it, rather than sitting there looking at the page and thinking, well, I can't remember what I've got anywhere, so I don't know what to put down. Yeah, I think that will help me. Sorry, I'm just I'm just contemplating what will help me. But, you know, I think that's come together pretty quickly. I think it's also, I'm distracted by this. I should have really covered that up before trying to do the collage, but hey ho. And then I have got some butterflies, but they're quite big ones. So I think I want a butterfly there, but these are too big, I think, because they're going to be bigger than my bunnies, which doesn't make sense. So we'll do that. And then I do want a label on my file folder. Which I'm thinking I probably, sorry for jogging you, I probably want a sciencey type label. So I don't want anything too dark, not too grungy, just a little something. Maybe that's got like a vintage date on it. Okay, I think this one will do. This is just a Tracy Fox label, which I use all the time. There we go. I was just looking for something that wasn't, you know, overpowering. So that's going to go in there. Lovely. Yeah, I think that's all that needs. I might do a little bit of the tea-dyed stenciling on here, on this little file folder, just you know, where we've got the little bit of blank space there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. As I say, I think this collage needs more. It might even, I might even use a word or something. Just looking at, I've got walking in the meadow. Might be nice. And then you see the bunnies when you're walking in the meadow, and that's what you're then going to have notes about. I don't know. Oh, it's a bit too big, isn't it? Otherwise maybe that could have gone in there somewhere, but Yeah, I don't think that's... Oh, actually, down there's quite nice. Yeah, let's put you down there. I was just trying to fill up that space, but yeah, I think I'm going to add a butterfly to the top, and then I think that will be it. But I need to have a look through my butterflies because I don't have the right ones out, I don't think. I just want a little one, really. Okay, let's add that. I'm glad that I did these words. Yeah, I know I've said this, but if this is the first video you're watching, then I do have these words, spring words, autumn and winter, on my Buy Me a Coffee as a freebie. That's it. And I'll have summer words when I come to do the summer pages as well, which, you know, as we know, it's June, so that won't be, they won't be very, very far away. I'm not going to put this down for months again. Not now. That's it. Yeah, nice. I really like that. So I hope you like my little file folder pocket page. Now I have a feeling the video is a little bit long, but I'm going to keep filming, and then if I cut this bit out of the video, then, you know, so be it. Right, what did we have here? We've got our little birds. These guys. Sweet. And I think that's even, you know, a mummy and a baby. Very fitting for spring, I think. So yeah, essentially I'm going to do the same kind of collage, really, aren't I? I could even have that open in front of me. Yeah, so just to keep it in keeping with each other, I suppose I should just use the same papers, because you could have that, you know, you might have these open together kind of thing. So let's have a look at what I've got here. So I've got some book text, and then I don't have any more of that. Do I? I was looking for this piece. I thought I had some more of that, but I can't see any. I don't know if I've got any in my folder, but maybe we could have some of that text. That's quite nice. And then, seeing as I remember that I've got these, let's see if we've got another one that we could use. I have to remember that I've got these. These are great for little collages like this. Just looking for one that... Ooh, I like that. Well, that's nice too. I'm just looking colours-wise, really. Okay. Let's see about one of these. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing yet. Maybe I could have it down there. No, I just want to move it up a bit. Whoop. Maybe if I put the birds on this side. I definitely prefer the birds there. Let's try a different coloured one. Let's try that one, I think. I might grungy it up a little bit because it's a bit grey. And then I'm going to do the same thing with bringing in some other book text, just to, I might put it the other way actually, just to, again, to cover up, you know, the other side. And then, as I say, we're probably going to have like a word or something, but initially I'm going to go with that. So again, I want the birds to be inked, highlighted. So I hope you've been enjoying seeing the altered book again. I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I really, really have. It's quite relaxing just to sit here and do, you know, essentially just a little bit of collage. You know, nothing fancy, nothing, you know, yeah, nothing fancy at all really. I'm just going to tear this edge because you think you might see a bit of that. And yeah, it's just been really nice. Okay, so I think I'll put the book text down first, and I'm not inking that one because I don't want it to stand out. I want it to look like this is part of the, you know, the original bit. But I love this swing kind of look. I wouldn't do it on every page because I do think it adds a bit of vulnerability, you know, to the page that you do it on. But the odd occasion here and there, I think it's really cute, you know, especially as you can sort of see, you know, if this is your journal page, then you could be writing there while seeing these two things. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, isn't it? I can understand why people do altered book journals. I think, you know, you can just be so creative with the pages. Obviously, you can be creative with folios and journals and things, absolutely. But I don't know what it is about the book, you know, with these pages where essentially just each page is a blank canvas with which to, you know, do something with. And I just feel like there is scope for stuff like this. And I'm sure you could cut pages in a journal and everything, probably. I don't see why you couldn't. But I don't know, there's just something about a book that feels different, I guess, you know, when you're crafting in it. Up there. Yeah, I'm so glad I got these little faux vintage ephemera pieces. I am going to do a proper video showing them. I want to do like some embellishments and clusters and things with them. But I might just, yeah, like I say, do that, have a collage folder where stuff like this is just going to sit in there, ready for me to grab when I want to do a bit of collage. Because I do want to do more collages. I do want to get better at it and do more of it. So I suppose we should probably think about having a word on here, a phrase. Just looking to see what I've got. I've got warm spring breeze, which might be nice. Or I've got birds fly the nest, but I don't think I want to highlight the fact that those are birds. They are birds, but we already had quite a lot of bird stuff. So how about we do, yeah, warm spring breeze. That's nice. Yep. On that a bit higgledy-piggledy. There we go. So could have it at the bottom as well. Yeah, I guess so. Why not? Why not? So yeah, I need to add a label to the other file folder pocket, don't I? I'm just gonna see. I mean, it could go up there, but nah, I'm just gonna pop it down there. And then yeah, I need to find some butterflies, as I say. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really expect the animals to be on the same side. It's all kind of, you know, it was supposed to be mirrored more than anything, but hey ho. Right, so we've got that, and then I do need to find, oh goodness, another label. Okay, I've just been cutting out some butterflies. I actually think I'm going to put the butterflies on the file folder instead of down here. So I've got these two from a book. And then I thought I might put the label, or a label, on this collage, excuse me, this collage instead of the file folder. And I also just remembered that I have a like a number stamp, and I'm wondering if I could maybe put, you know, on these little tabs of my file folders, I could put the numbers maybe. See how it goes anyway. And then that will be it for today. I do need to mat this page, but it's just going to be a simple matting with, you know, a couple of fussy cuts. Anyway, so I've got this like coordinates label, and colours wise it goes quite nicely with the collage, but I also thought, if you were a scientist making notes and things, or, you know, maybe you'll make notes about where you saw these things. So in this case, these are the coordinates of where I found these birds, and I don't know, that's the story. And then I thought, as I say, I wanted to put a butterfly up here, and I thought that one would go nicely, so I've just been cutting that out as well. So let's pop him down. That's that. It's been interesting to, you know, I've almost had to think of these little pages as mini, you know, they're mini pages. So actually collaging them has been quite different from the rest of the book. But I'm quite happy with how they've come out. Obviously it will look very different again once that's covered up, but you know. Anyway, so shall we try these numbers? I'm just trying to see. I think if I go with four numbers, so there you go, that'll do. Now I can either do it in a dark brown, which is espresso truffle. It's almost black rather than brown, to be honest. Or I've got bamboo leaves green. Actually, I think I want a longer number. I want to take up more of that tab, I think, don't I? So I kind of want to use the whole thing, but I know that would be really silly, because, you know, you don't have a sciencey number that's that long, do you? Okay, I'll go with 6 numbers, and I'll go there. I'm going to try it with the bamboo leaves, because it's a nice green, actually, and you could almost argue, you know, it's like a spring green, right? Yeah, I think that's better than doing it in the dark. The zero went a bit smudgy, but actually that kind of adds to the vintage kind of vibe, doesn't it? So that will do for that. And then obviously we don't want to use the same numbers. So I liked it starting with the 0. So I'll just go with that. I just got these off of eBay, I think, these numbers. I wanted them to be a bit bigger, but actually they're quite, I might get some bigger ones and then I'll have, you know, 2 different sets, but I keep forgetting that I've got them. I do keep forgetting. Okay, and oops. There you go. Yeah, nice. As I say, it's smudged a little bit, especially on the 6, but it does add to the vintage kind of look, because, you know, if this was somebody's notes from field guide from way back when, I mean, they wouldn't really have, you know, it wouldn't be perfect, would it? Okay, and then I think I might add my T-ring stencil. I mean, you didn't think I was not going to add any T-rings, did you? I mean, goodness me. Or little splashes. Just a bit. I'm not going to go overboard, promise. Yeah, nice. I think it just finishes it off a bit. I don't want to put any on the collage. So, and I'm doing it very, very lightly, so you can barely see it. You probably can't even see it on video, but it is very subtly there. And apparently this person really likes tea and keeps putting it on their work. That's it then for today. I am finished. Obviously, you know, we're going to have a little card inside the file folders. I might have to have some kind of tab on them, I don't know. No, I suppose not. I mean, that's why we've got this lower point, haven't we? If I make sure that the card is big enough, it will be just a tea stained card. It's not going to be anything collaged or fancy or anything. It's going to be plain with a bit of stenciling on it. That's it. Okay. Lovely. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, it's come together, I think. Yeah, I think that's really come together. And I actually really like, sorry, I'm stuttering on my words. I really like that we did it that shorter size, because now you're going to be able to see, you know, a strip down here, and you can see the fabric flip that we're going to have there. And yeah, that's really interesting. And the pages feel okay, they feel strong enough. So, you know, I'm happy about that. Obviously they're a little bit wiggly, but they feel strong and sturdy. So I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. And I love that you can see, you know, both collages together, or both file folders together, or like that and like that. Yeah, brilliant. So I hope that you've enjoyed seeing that come together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do this page off screen. I'm going to be using, I think I was going for this page. This comes from, I think it's Liana Scrap, her Garden of Dreams kit, I think it is called. As always, the kits I'm using are linked down below. I think I'm going to have that in there. Yeah. You won't see as much of the purple, but I felt like you'd be able to see a little bit of the yellow and green coming through, which I think goes quite well with that. So I'm going to get that done now off screen. So when we come back, we'll be on this final page, which is just the one page, and that will be to do our fabric flip and vellum pocket. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.